of the world, so he's a phenomenal contender like yourself, Adam.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely always in the mix, and a very genuine guy, and you know, the most consistent medalist in the last 2 Olympics. You can't really count him out for anything.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so this is the one. This is the smash and grab event. This is the K2 200 meters, all done and dusted in less than 32 seconds. And I tell you what, I just can't wait for this.
Far less than 32 seconds now, actually. These 2 Russians yesterday were posting times that have never been done before, actually. Under 31 seconds, in fact, which is getting close to K4 times, actually. If we see K2 break 30 seconds this year, then I would really just, you know, I don't know what to think about that. That's just too fast. A 15-second 100 is just unheard of.
Yeah. Well, it's really just, you know, quality written up right the way through this field. We've got the current world champions have really dominated this race. They're right in the center of your screen now. That's Sébastien Jouvin, Arnaud Ibois from France. And of course, looking at them on lane number 6 will be Ronnie Rawa, out for the 2nd time this morning with Jonas Ams in the back seat in lane 6. Lane 4, Peter Öström and Erik Svensson from Sweden will also be there. And as you say, the Russians were really impressive yesterday.
They were. In Poznan, we didn't see much because they broke their paddle halfway through the race, but these guys are sort of changing the way that we think about K2 200 a little bit, because it's been the smaller guys, faster stroke rate with the likes of the French and the British, and these guys are big, strong guys with a low stroke rate, so it's nice to see a little diversity.
There's your Canadian compatriots, Ryan Cochrane and Hughes Furnell. They've really come on too. They had a good Pan Am Games, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. They had a gold at Pan Am's last year in Guadalajara. Ryan Cochrane's really master of the starting gates here, and Furnell's an awesome push for him. The Swedish crew just getting some weed out of the starting gate. It's been a little bit of an issue this week because it's the spring and lots of pollen in the air and weeds in the water, something we can't really help in our sport.
Really the kayaker's worst enemy, isn't it? Weeds on the rudder and whatever. But looks like they're settled. And looking at your picture there, we've got the British pairing of Liam Heath and Johnny Schofield in lane number 9. Serial silver medalist. Let's see if they can go one better. But the Canadians got a flyer there in 8.
Yeah, they did get off to a good start as per usual, as did the Germans and the Brits.
Very, very high stroke rate from the British pair here in lane 9, but we'll have to look across, and the Russians, Postergan and Danichenko, have actually pushed it out.
Yeah, you can really see their long stroke rate by comparison only from the Russians. Those guys are just really, really doing something different in their own in lane 3 over there. It's really fantastic.
And the Brits are having to push through in lane 9, but it looks like the Russians might hold this, and they do. Oh, Russia. What a great pairing there.
That was really something. I think they're throwing the wrench in a few people's gears. You know, we haven't seen the last of the Russians. That's for sure. I'm anxious to see the time actually, because those guys just looked like rockets. It's very rare you win a race in the 200-meter event by half a boat length, and that was maybe even more than half a boat length. Really impressive.
And if we look on the screen, definitely Russia. Again, Britain. Excellent result from Liam Heath and Johnny Schofield, just nudging ahead of the French, would you say there, Adam?
I think so, yeah. The British were definitely in second, and I would call the French in 3rd place. The gentleman in the back of the Russian crew put his paddle up right before the end of the race, so he decided to
confident.
Pull a little bit of a little boatmanship, showmanship in his boatmanship. And yeah, if you did watch the replay on the start there, then Hugues Furnell and Ryan Cochrane definitely did get a bit of a flyer, as you call it, which is fair game, I suppose. And this, you know, whoever gets out first gets out first.
That's it. Makes a big difference. But you can see that the Russians had taken out quite a distance with about 20 meters to go. They look very strong, but that was a great pushback from Liam Heath and Johnny Schofield from Great Britain in lane 9 to actually defeat Jouve and Ibois.
And the big Russian in the back let the fellow in the front take his last stroke on his own, which if I was the guy in the front, I would have given him a hard time for, because that gets pretty heavy when your paddle goes into the water. And look at this guy's arms in the back. When his arms aren't in the water, when his paddle's not in the water, that front one would feel pretty heavy. See this last stroke? He lets his buddy take it on his own. That would hurt.
He'll be buying the beer tonight, that's for sure.
Not that it was necessary. They won by a large margin, but...
Well, there's the Russians shaking up the world order of things in the K2 200 meters. And of course they'll be racing next weekend in Moscow in front of their home crowds, but yeah, there's a new pairing to really make everyone sit up and take notice of.
We've seen a lot from the French crew of Dubois and Jouve, and obviously of our friends from Great Britain have been very consistent, as well as Ronnie and Ems from Germany. But it's nice to see a new crew